What is going on, Boom Beach players? I am zmoT, and this is... we're on September the 10th already. Man, I gotta say, fall is here, the air is crisp. Hopefully we get a couple nice weekends in the next little bit. But here in the west coast of Canada, it's gotten to be fall pretty quickly. Amazing how dark it gets, how early it is. Anyways, enough about that. Let's collect some diamonds. Let's get into some Dr.T. Now, what I want to talk about here is update news. We don't have any that I'm aware of, so it's time to just make a complete and utter guess as to when we would get an update. They've already told us there is some sort of update coming, and the reason why we know that is because they said the shard converter is coming. That was a little leak by Mr. Rick, so we know an update is coming. Now, the last update came right before the warship season ended, so typically, I mean, September updates in the past have been a thing with Boom Beach. So a lot of people are saying September update is coming. There's 13 days left, so that would put us approximately at September 23rd for an update. Now, last season, I believe, please do comment, let me know. I think there was like a 5-day gap between warship seasons, so that would give them until the end of September. So I'm thinking there's going to be an update in the next 15 days. That is my complete and utter guess. I don't have any sort of sneak peek for you. The only thing I know that there is coming is the shard converter. We don't know how it's going to work. We don't know if it's going to cost diamonds or if it's going to be a terrible implementation or if it's going to be super awesome. But that's the one feature that we know for sure is coming. Actually, we don't even know for sure. We know it's coming. We don't know if it's going to be in an update today, tomorrow, in like a year's time, but we do know that the shard converter is coming. I don't think they said in September. I don't think they've given any dates. I know Rick has been skewered in the past for giving dates and then missing them, such as early 2019 for warships, but it's one of those things where you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you give dates, then and you don't make them, you're gonna get skewered. I've used the word skewered twice in a row. I don't think I've used the word skewered before that in the history of anything. So word of the day today is skewered, which can be not only meat and veggies on the barbecue, but also community managers, apparently. So speaking of, man, amazing. My kids, my newest initiative at the house right now. Yes, I have initiatives at the house. Don't, as everyone, is to have the kids make dinner, Sunday dinner. So my kids went online with a little bit of my help, of course. They picked the entire meal menu. They then ordered it. It was delivered. They picked up the delivery, met the delivery guy at the door. They then cut everything up, cooked everything, and served it. So last night for dinner, we had steak, mushrooms, green beans, and mashed potatoes. And the kids made all of it. I had to supervise a little bit, but overall, 6, 8, and 10-year-olds making dinner was pretty awesome. So hoping to get them into the whole, they have a little bit more input on what they eat. And I mean, I thought for sure they would have picked like chicken strips and fries or something. But anyways, so that was kind of neat. What else is new with me? Lots, a little bit of Rush Wars. I was going to say lots, but has died down a little bit. I've gotten into the whole grind of it, trying to farm some gold, and it's become a bit of a grind. So it's slowed down a little bit, which is to be expected. New game, lots of progression at first, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay. So what else? Boom Beach, they're still doing task force hits every day, still really enjoying that aspect of it. The whole intel aspect, not quite so much. Fantasy football, man, good weekend for me. I have Sammy Watkins, for those of you who are aware of fantasy football. He's done really well for me. Basically won week 1 for me on his own, which is pretty awesome. Still unsure of how my quarterback and running back positions are going to be, because we do not have instant training. So we're going to have to be a little bit more careful. We're going to pump the brakes here a little bit, try to actually scout, because if we don't, I'm going to have to reload troops, and that is never a good idea, because diamonds might be a girl's best friend, but for me, I don't want to have to buy any. So we're going to flare right into here. I'm going to actually watch my smoke timers a little bit more carefully this time. On the last hit, I was not super great at when my shocks came out. So we're going to park right in about here, which is probably a little bit too far where we want to be, but I really do like throwing those flares into corner locations. So anyways, we're going to flare right about there, and we're going to shock now, and now, and now, maybe? Hopefully not losing any troops. Medkit's definitely not going to help us. We lost 2 zookas. Not the end of the world. Let me know what you guys have been playing in Boom Beach. If you're just doing operations, if you're doing Dr.T, if you're leveling up, if anything out there is unsure, I probably have a video on it. I can probably point you towards it. Or if I don't, I'm happy to make new, fantastic, amazing Boom Beach content for the world. Or if you just want to hear me yammer on about my kids and the weather and Canada and the like, that works too. Also, if you have any sweet initiatives you do with your, and by the way, initiatives is a bit of an overstatement for sure. Obviously, I don't call them initiatives, like write them down and report on them or something like that. But if you guys are doing anything you're pretty keen on with your kids, I would love to hear it. Obviously, you guys are obviously hip to the game because you're watching YouTube videos. So if you guys have any awesome shows your kids watch, or awesome things you're trying to do around the house with the kids, or whatever it might be, I would love to hear it. So, and if you don't have kids, I need to just think, hey, if I had kids, I would do this, then that works too. Obviously, not everyone on my YouTube channel has kids, or wants kids, or likes kids. Maybe you are kids. Moving right along, obviously the school season has started. Kids are back to school. My middle child got the worst teacher in the history of teachers. You know that teacher that every kid in the school knows is awful, and they like talk amongst themselves in the playground, and all the parents know the same thing? That's the teacher my kid got. So, not super awesome. But I guess that has to happen once in a while. Problem was that my older son had her, and then she was like, oh, those zmoT kids are a pleasure to have in the classroom. So I guess there's like a downfall to having your kids not be total jerks because she requested him, and sad trombone. Anyways, enough about the kids mountain biking. Heading out mountain biking as soon as this video is done, right in the middle of the workday. Okay, so if you're wondering what the heck just happened, I just got a phone call right in the middle of my attack, which meant that all of my zookas went bye-bye. So I have reloaded my troops, and I have no idea what I was talking about before, so if the audio cuts out and changes, that is why. Anyways, so moving right along, mountain biking is what I was thinking about. Heading out mountain biking as soon as this video is done. Went and bought a Norco Sight A2, which I am super stoked on. And taking off in the middle of the day, which is going to be super awesome. Can't wait. Wife and I going out, and gonna try to sneak back in after I'm done and get back to work. Basically, kids are in school, so rather than pay for a babysitter, we're going to go right in the middle of the workday, and I'm stoked. I'm very stoked. That's it. That's all. We're going to run away, watch the zookas die as the HQ blows up, and that's all for me. I don't have a heck of a lot on the Boom Beach or the anything else front going on right now. That's why I did not release a video yesterday afternoon. So yeah, hopefully you guys are doing well. If you have any questions, comments, video requests, anything at all, please do hit me up in the comments. Otherwise, I shall talk to you later on today or tomorrow. Thanks for coming in. I'm zmoT. Peace!